Well, Grandma, how'd you and Granddaddy meet? I don't think you've ever told me that.
Oh, mercy, no, it's just a long story.
Well, tell me. I want to know while I got the time.
Well, I believe the first time I met him, he was singing at New Salem. And,
At the church?
Yeah, at the church. I don't remember it from there on.
Was it a Sacred Heart thing?
No.
He was just singing at the church. You figured he must be a pretty good fella if he's singing at the church.
I don't remember what I thought then. It's been so long.
Well, did y'all talk that day, or did you just see him?
We didn't talk.
She spotted him that day. He might have spotted her, too.
Then he went off to service a while after that.
Did y'all date before he went to service?
Oh, yeah. Not too much, though. I never did have a little problem.
You didn't?
While he was there. But when he came back, we got together.
Well, what did y'all do in those days when you courted? Where did you go and what did you do?
All they singing is about all them places you go into church.
Go buggy riding?
Oh, no, we didn't go buggy riding. No, when we had to ride, the church is back. We didn't go out like they do in cars and ride. His mule got loose one time. It broke loose. He fed it. He already broke feed. At this kind of all day. Go to church the next day. And it broke loose and whirled that buggy around. And went tearing up that road towards home, and he ran to the top of the hill, called Office Mix and told him he had his mule. And the office went out and hid his mule, and he brought it back. He'd like to get away from him.
Well, didn't old mule embarrass you one time when y'all was in a buggy going somewhere? Tell us about that.
No, that wasn't him. That was Dan Hanson.
What happened?
I'm not going to tell you what that is.
Yeah, tell us. That's funny. Dan and who?
Me and Dan.
Oh, you was dating Dan?
Oh, yeah.
Well, tell us what happened.
Grove.
Tell us what happened.
He stopped going uphill. And when he did, he just patted the breeches. I had on a new white organdy dress and I had a lap cloth back then days, but he didn't have it on me. And he just patted me all over. I'll never forget that.
That was kind of embarrassing.
Then he talked like he's going to cry. You know, which that thing, I didn't even just sit there.
I guess you didn't know what to say.
No, wasn't nothing much you could say.
Well, he had to go. He had to go.
He had to go.
You found out what lap cloths was all about that day, didn't you? Why you had to
They
wear
used to have buggy whips. They'd have big buggy whips in that buggy, you know. Had a staff down there and put it on there. I never did know if they were using a whip. But they had that in the lap cloth. Put the cloth on.
I was thinking that it was Daddy you was with. I remembered hearing you tell about that, about your white organdy dress. And
Yes, I had on a new white organdy dress. That was Dan Henson.
Well, how did Granddaddy propose to you? Or did you ask him?
Oh, good God. I still didn't ask him. I don't remember really, Janice.
If Daddy was here, he'd probably say you asked him.
I know we went to a party one night, and it was on the way back from the party.
How old were you?
Oh, I was 21.
I bet Grandmother and Granddaddy didn't let you date till how old?
I was 16.
16?
They didn't let us date till we were 16. The first date I ever had was going to a debate to schoolhouse one night. Went with Bob Harry.
He was a pretty good fellow, wasn't he?
Yeah, old Bob was good boy.
Like some of them I know, good, but good for the one that wants them. Good for somebody. Yeah. Well, you never did tell us how Daddy proposed to you.
I don't. It's been so long, I don't remember.
But it was on the way back home from a party?
Yeah.
What kind of parties did y'all have? Square dance?
Square dancing. He didn't dance.
Let's go watch.
He just watched. Yeah.
Did you dance?
Yeah.
She said Daddy was never jealous.
No.
That's good.
Said she just...
Well, I've been talking to him when somebody come back, just tell me, come on back, and I get over back. Of course, a lot of people wouldn't have liked that. But he never said that. Back then, if you danced, they turned you out of the church, and he was a member of the church. He couldn't dance, no. He's too old.
They turned you out of the church even if you square danced.
They sure did, and if you called us out, I made music for them to dance. They sure did.
You know what square dancing's like, don't you?
That's all.
It looks to me like it's more recreation than anything else.
Well, if they turned them out then, they sure ought to be turning them
There
out
wouldn't be
now.
no members, would there?
The dancing is different now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
They sure did. I remember Uncle Jim Jones beat straws. Somebody played the fiddle and he'd beat straws, you know. And they turned him out for that. That's just...
did he ever go back to church?
No, the Marlin didn't either.
Now, see, that's wrong.
They turned,
I think that the...
Because
turned Marlin out
that's
for picking
judging.
the banjo for him to dance.
That's judging other people. And nobody knows what's
Wasn't no
between you and the
harm
Lord
done.
but you.
Wasn't a bit of harm in that.
If there was, then it felt like they were so high and mighty, should have gone to him and talked to him.
That's what you're supposed to do.
That's right.
Well, they probably did. But if they did, well, they went ahead and turned them out.
2 or more people are supposed to go to that
I reckon
person.
they told
Talk
them
to
to go
them.
ahead and turn them out if that's what they wanted to do or something. I don't know about that. I just know to turn them out. Marlon never did go back to church.
Well, see? That's not
Yeah.
good.
I don't see no harm in that.
Well, no.
Well,
They don't do it now. They don't turn you out for anything you do.
I know.
If you got drunk or
But that's the reason.
found out you drank, they'd
It's
turn you
because
out.
the Lord forgives you, and if He forgives you, everybody should be able to forgive.
well, I look at it like this.
Well, I don't think it's any sin. I don't think it's wrong.
Well, I do to go
Right.
to honky tonks and
I don't
places,
say that.
downgrading
But we
places.
didn't go to honky tonk.
I'm talking about a lot
Square
of places.
dancing's not.
It
No,
doesn't seem
I
like
don't
it to
think.
me. It seems more like
We didn't
recreation
do
to
it.
me.
We'd go to people's houses. That's where we went. They'd take the beds down, everything out of the room. That's a lot of
My
trouble.
goodness.
Now,
They did.
I can remember when me and Ward got married, Mr. Coney would let them have a dance or two at his house.
Yeah.
And at Christmas time or
Yeah.
something like
They
that,
take everything
the
down.
young people would come
They'd take everything
well,
down.
maybe take stuff out of one room.
Yeah.
And there'd be people all over
you
the
had
house
to
that
part
would
of the
come.
day.
And those that didn't dance or just looked at those that
Mhm.
did. But there would always be somebody coming that was drinking.
Yeah, that's right.
And people that are looking for other women to go with and want to drink or cause trouble or fight, they look for those kind of places to go to.
Well, I've been to a few that I don't remember ever anybody fighting. But I've been to a lot of them where they'd be drinking, but they'd still not be so drunk for what they could dance.
At people's
And
houses.
really, they'd do better then than if it was drinking.
They listened up, guys.
The people whose houses they went to were the ones that kept the order.
Oh,
They
yeah.
told them to behave or
That's
get out.
right.
They had to behave or get out.
It wasn't just anybody give parties. Uncle Jim gave a lot of them. Papa gave one time. He had a log rolling. They got after he had a log rolling, and they cleaned the new ground. The men folks did, and the women quilted. And then that night, the young people got after him how dance there. And I think Papa thought after they worked so hard all day that they'd give them a dance that night. So I sure don't remember. The only time I remember Papa giving them a dance. Uncle Jim.
Now, who was
In
Uncle
fact,
Jim?
Uncle Jim Jones told me when I married, he'd give me a dance. That's what they called it, you know, then. So sure enough, he called my attention to it, and he told me he still, with his word, me and them swing. It was over there. He lived over there supposed to baby girls.
So he had a dance for you and Granddaddy.
Yeah. Don't stand good dance. He never could dance. He'd jump up and down, but he never could dance. But he never did get out on the floor and do that. Huh?
He could fight a
Now,
lot.
Kyle could. Kyle could, and he could pick a banjo.
I guess that's where I get my awkwardness is from Daddy.
He sure couldn't dance. He just jump up and down, twiddle around a little bit.
I like to see him do
Now,
it.
Hubert and Herbert, I don't know about them. I didn't see them go to dance. I know they went some, but I don't know where they danced.